Okay, what's up YouTube? I'm doing a video of another bike that I just got. This is a 1990 Honda CR250R. This was not something that I was really looking for, but just ran into a friend and this kind of came up in conversation. And long story short, he said he would let it go for $1,200 bucks. So I kind of felt like that was a pretty good deal and something I couldn't pass up. The bike does run, but it needs a few things. You can see the clutch lever broke off. I think it fell over when it was parked, and then something with the front brake caliper was wrong. I think it honestly just loosened up on the guy on the trail, and then since it's been sitting apart with the brake line off, all that stuff probably needs gone through. But I do have the master cylinder, the caliper, the line, all that stuff. He said the forks have been rebuilt and they kind of feel like they're working. The shock does not feel like it's really doing anything though, and looks like the bumper is gone. But as far as the rest of the bike, it looks pretty original. The pipe looks really nice. I don't think there's any dent in that Pro Circuit pipe, and I'm not quite sure what kind of silencer that is. Not sure if it's the original one or if that would be like a Pro Circuit as well. And then of course the seat is in super nice condition. You know, I'm pretty sure this is the original seat cover. Now I say, it's all original, but I'm not, very well versed in the CR250 lineage as far as what changed every single year. So I got on the internet and started looking, and I pulled up like a 1990 CR125, and I was like, yeah, that's the color scheme it would have had. That's the seat cover it would have had, and same thing with the 500. But I didn't realize the 250 actually had a different tank and shrouds. And then also for this year, this would have been the first year for this air box, the side plates, and this style rear fender. The 125 and the 500 had the older stuff, and they also had this older tank and shroud setup. So there's that. But the shrouds and the tank are in pretty good shape. And quite honestly, I don't know that I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to get the correct tank on it. In some of my research, it looks like this is a 125 tank and not a 500, because I think it would have had a bump out where that rear master cylinder is. I think it would have come down a little bit further. And honestly, I like this look. I like those shrouds. So, and like I said, the bike runs. I couldn't get it to do much, but I took the carburetor apart and just kind of sprayed it out a little bit. Actually took the pilot jet out and cleaned it, but I didn't even take the carburetor off. I just turned it sideways right there and kind of did a quick and dirty on it, and it fired on the first kick, so that's pretty cool. And then you can see the swing arm decal. That's the original one that it would have had for 90. So I don't know, it's just it's a pretty cool bike. This would have been in the showrooms when I was looking for a bike, trying to get my dad to buy me one, but he ended up getting me a 1990 XR. Not quite the same thing as this, but in hindsight, I don't know if I could have handled anything in the CR range. So I'll try to set this down and see if it'll fire again, and we'll see what happens. yeah, I was actually surprised that that was a first kick. Doesn't like the idle, and this carburetor is also a knockoff. It's one of those fake Kian ones. I've never even seen one that had that brand stamped into it. So who knows if it's a carburetor, who knows if it's a jetting. I haven't even looked at the air filter, so that could be a whole other issue. But I think my plan is to just take it apart, mostly so I can inspect it, rebuild the shock. I will probably end up powder coating the frame because, well, that's assuming it doesn't need any work before that. But I really like that white frame. Plus, it'll give me a chance to look it over good. And then the red rear fender, which it should have had. Just try to pretty up the plastic, get some graphics on it, get rid of those bent bars. But I don't think it's going to need much. I mean, hopefully the engine runs okay and it just needs a better carburetor and better jetting. So I'm hoping this will be a little bit easier one. Plus, it's just cool. It's a CR250. So, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll actually have some updates on this or any of the other ones that are, halfway under the knife. Peace.